watching the airlines, one after another, rush to basically remove the mask mandate, watching Uber and Lyft rush, was that reckless to do that based on a judge's ruling going against the CDC, Scott?
Well, look, I think the CDC should have lifted this ordinance when it was up on April 18th. I predict the government isn't going to appeal here. The DOJ statement seemed half-hearted, and there seems to be a split where the HHS wants an appeal, and DOJ seems to be lukewarm. And they probably don't want to risk a loss in the 11th Circuit, and they probably know CDC has a poor administrative record here, and that's part of the problem. That's part of the basis of the judge's ruling. You know, we should start out by just acknowledging that there are people who will be made to feel vulnerable by this policy, and some people who are made vulnerable, especially children under 5 who have health conditions and can't be vaccinated. The masks were probably providing a lot less protection than people assumed because most wore cloth masks, but they provided some protection, and now they won't be used. I'll just say for people who feel at risk, I would submit that one-way masking still does work. If you feel vulnerable and you wear a high-quality mask like a K95 mask and you wear it well, it will afford you some protection. But the broader implications here aren't the immediate impact on public health. It was clearly time to lift the mask mandate, and they should have done it when it expired April 18th. I think the risk is to the future and what this could mean to CDC authority, although that can be solved for, not by appealing it, but by CDC taking action. They should go through a careful rulemaking process. It could be solved for by CDC being a more competent agency. This outcome was, at least in part, and maybe in large part, a failure of CDC's ability to make policy through rigorous, transparent, science-driven rulemaking. They didn't have a good administrative record in place, and that was at least a part of the judge's ruling in this case. She cited the fact that they didn't have a good administrative record.
Just in terms of how you view the ventilation and everything else, is an airplane with all the things that they've done, the cabin of an aircraft, versus, let's say, I don't know, we have IPOs here at the NASA. There's lots of people that are out in the lobby, and they're right next to each other. They're packed in there. And there was no mask mandate for that. Is an airplane, because it's recirculated air, is it better, is it more dangerous or less dangerous in terms of contracting germs than just a normal indoor setting where it's really crowded?
Yeah, look, this is the way I think about it. Your risk of contracting COVID if you don't have good baseline immunity, either through vaccination or prior infection, is proportional to the risk of the setting that you're in. And if you're in a confined space with poor air circulation with a lot of people, that's going to be higher risk than being in a confined space with poor air circulation with a few number of people versus an environment where there's good air circulation. An airplane, when it's in the air, has very good air circulation. Okay. The filtration systems on those airlines are very good. The riskiest part of the travel is probably when you're getting on and off the plane, when people are bunched together, the air filtration system's turned off, or you're standing in a confined space in the airport.